So welcome back friends. In today's video we are going to do the review of the XFCE desktop that was installed using the Desktop Live ISO and the Refracta Installer of Devuan. So we will check out the Devuan Chimera XFCE desktop. So let us start. So you will have to press any key to continue, and this is the grub menu. You can see it here, and now you can press escape key and come back to the grub menu, and now you can boot into the main kernel. It is a PAE kernel and it is based on 32-bit system. Maybe the 32-bit will work on our virtual machine. We will have to see. So first you will have to unlock the root file system. So there are possibility of using different encryption for the root as well as the home partition. So we have used that in the installation phase itself. So there are two encryption passwords for the root and the home file system. So you have to enter one by one the password for both to decrypt that, and then only the system can start up. So now I have input the username, and now you have to input the password. That will start up the system. And the beautiful XFCE desktop of Devuan Chimera comes up. You have got a panel at the top, and there is a typical XFCE dock at the bottom. Now let us check out the application menu. This is the application menu. You have got 4 workspaces. The network manager is there. Volume control with the audio volume control, and the microphone control is there, and the link to the audio mixer is there. Then this is the presentation mode settings, and the I will just open it up, and the power manager is available here. And this is the DND mode with clear log and the notification settings. This is the XFCE calendar, and this is the power menu. On the desktop you have got trash can, home can is there. I will put the trash can here. Then there are larger fonts, smaller fonts, release notes, readme notes for the desktop live, and the readme text is there. So let us try to read. Yes, so double clicking on this icon will enlarge the font, and double clicking on the smaller font will it will make the font smaller. These are some release notes, readme desktop live. Let us open all of them, and the readme text. So let us open all of them and check out. So these are the release notes for the Chimera. You can go through them. I will just show you in short. So everything is given in detail, how the installer works, what are the different installation options. So you can go through that. All the typical information to start you up with the first installation is given. I will now close this, and these are the text files. So you can go through them. The text file is there given for your convenience, so you can start up and be comfortable in the Devuan Chimera. Now at the bottom you have got this minimize all windows button. The XFCE terminal is there, the Thunar file manager is there, the web browser is there, the catfish search is there. I think this is the catfish search, or the application finder is there, and this is the home folder. So we will start with the top. The file manager, let us open the Thunar file manager and check out the version. It must be 4.16 years, so it is the older version based on the Debian bullseye. That's why it is 4.16. But once the bookworm based release is done, the XFCE will shift to the 4.18 latest stable version. Mail reader is there, so there is no preferred mail application. So email client is not selected. We will check out whether the email client is there or not. The web browser is there. I think it will be Mozilla Firefox. Let us check out. Let's open this also. We will know. And this is the settings. Typical XFCE settings are given here. Okay, so both are opening up the Mozilla Firefox only. So we will close one and check out the version of Mozilla Firefox. It will just follow the XFCE only. Yes, so it is 91.11 ESR, just like in Debian Debian Bullseye release. So it is all de facto coming from the Debian only. All the Debian defaults are being used, I think, with some from the Debian side. Okay. So in accessories section, you can see a bulk rename, clipboard manager, mousepad, screenshot, sensor viewer, task manager, Thunar file manager, Beam is there, Xarchiver, Xf1. Icon browser is in the development. Graphics, you got LibreOffice Draw, Risreto image viewer, Xen is there. Xen is your document scanner. Internet section, MUT is there, and the Firefox ESR is there. Let us open the MUT. So MUT is a terminal based browser. You can create this folder for the MUT. I will now close this. You can, it is very simple. You can just do it. You can use the help file to check out how to use the this terminal based web browser. In multimedia, you got the Xfalso, which is I think the tag editor, payroll media player, pulse audio volume control, Code Libet is there, Xf1 is there. In Office, you got Atril document viewer, dictionary, complete LibreOffice suite, MUT is again there. In others, you got larger font and smaller fonts. In system, you can see here all this default XFCE applications are there, and along with that the Refracta installer and the Refracta snapshot is there. So now what we will do is, rest of the XFCE things you know, we will check out what is Refracta snapshot. So you have to provide your password, and now you can create a snapshot of the system. So it is a backup utility. You can create a snapshot, UEFI disabled. There are some options, choose a task. So you can create a snapshot, resquash and make ISO, no copy. You can make EFI files and ISO, no copy, UEFI disabled. You can run Doris, so only make ISO, no copy, no squash. Set up a snapshot, edit the config file and excludes files and exit. So first what we will do is, first we will do the addition of the snapshot config file. So you have to create the snapshot. So you have to edit the etc refracta snapshot configuration file, edit and use custom excludes file, restore exclude file to the default. So what we will do is, let us choose the first option to edit. So it should open. Okay, so the error opening home SAM. So is a directory. Yes. So now the snapshots are opened up, and you can specify, let me just check, warning, you are going to using the root account, you can harm your, yes. So definitely we can do harm if you don't know how to use this, then you can damage your system. So here there are some options. Make EFI is yes, force EFI no, save work no. So if you can, if you do save work is yes, then you might make a temporary copy of your file system to be saved. This will be a subsequent snapshot creation, go faster. So we can go and do save work yes. So first it will save the work and then take a snapshot, and then again there will be a complete system snapshot. So this way it is more secure. There is rsync option, delete before and delete excluded, and there is also third option that you can insert. So the default options are delete before and delete excluded. So during the rsync it will delete before, Yes, let me check. And you can also take the snapshot of the kernel image, init rd image. You can see it here. Stamp, you have to stamp your snapshot with date and time. Snapshot base time is snapshot, volume id, live ISO, change, make ISO hybrid, yes. So these are all different options are there. I'm just showing you. You cannot go in each and every detail, otherwise the video will become very big. But a lot of things are there, and also you can secure your ISO snapshot ISO with the SSH password. A lot of settings are there. I think it will take a lot of time to check this out, but I'm just showing you how to do how the things work with the Refracta snapshot. So I think we have done the configuration. We will not save the configuration. We will just close this down, and now we will select the first option to create a snapshot, UEFI enabled. So this might take a moment while the program checks for the free space, and it will ask, I think, where you want to save the snapshot. So you will require plenty of free space. It is recommended the free space available in the available in the partition that holds the work directory, probably root, should be 2 times the total installed system size used. So you require at least 2 times the install size of the system. So for that, what you have to do is you have to go in systems. Gparted is there, so you have to use the Gparted. We will find out the installation size of the system and whether the space is available. So here in the root partition, you can see only 4.45 GB is being used. So we can have a complete image, another ISO with around the same size. So another 4 or 5 GB of ISO will be possible in the root partition itself, because the snapshot will be saved to the root partition only. But you can of course later on in the system using the snapshot Refracta snapshot configurator, you can change the location where the ISO, the snapshot ISO will be stored. So right now let it be in the root partition itself. So now we can go ahead with the partitioning. You can see it here. Of course, okay. So it is showing us the this usage at the bottom also. So we need not open the Gparted also. You can see it here. The root partition 13 GB is available. So it is possible for us to create a backup snapshot using the Refracta snapshot tool in the root partition itself. So now we will press OK button, and it should start the creation of the snapshot. So the default name for the snapshot is Debian. I think we can add as Debian backup and hit the OK button. And now you can see here it is starting up the backup ISO creation. So what we are doing henceforth is, in any of the Linux distribution, whenever we do the review, we will only check out the unique applications, unique features of the system, and we will not check out all the standard applications. We have seen it many times in the last 1 year, and I want to speed up our learning, and we will now only check out the what is different in a particular desktop or a particular Linux distribution. So that will be our main focus. And meanwhile, you can see here how it looks and everything. All the loops and matter, you can see it live on the video. You can see it is creating the live image of the system, and it will be stored in the root partition. It might take some time, but we will of course wait for the snapshot to be ready. Let us open the Refracta again. Snapshot. Where did it save the snapshot? We will have to check. Let us first open the config file and know where the ISO location is there. Limit CPU, no. Okay, so it is ISO directory is user lib refractor snapshot ISO. So we'll have to open the file system. User library refractor snapshot ISO. So user library, where is refractor snapshot and the ISO. Yes, so it has created the ISO here. You can see it here. The ISO is available here. So the ISO has been created, and you have to just copy this folder, and you can create a bootable this USB, or you can create a bootable DVD using this ISO. So the ISO is created. I think it is quite fast. So now what we will do is, we have checked out this ISO snapshot taker, that is the Refracta snapshot, and now we will close this. What we will do is, now let us go over to the system. Okay, we go over to settings, we check out the appearances. So clear looks Phoenix DeepC is the default appearance or theme, and there are no other themes available. In icon sections, you have only got the Advaita, Gnome, Tango, and the DeepC icons. So we can check out the Gnome icons, so it will immediately change the look. You can see here the Gnome icons have started. Now the Tango icon thing, let us try this out. Tango icon thing, so it gets applied. Advaita is there, so it is quite common to see the Advaita thing. So we'll come back to the DeepC. Yes, so now the DeepC will get enabled. Fonts, the sans regular and the monospace regular are the default font families, and these are the appearance settings: window scaling, event sounds, menus, and buttons. So nothing out of the way is there. Only the Refracta installer and the Refracta snapshot tool are different to this Linux, this desktop and this Linux distribution. So they are unique. So we have checked them out already. Rest other things are all quite common. Let us check out the HTOP. So we will know the memory usage. So you can see here memory usage is 460 MB, which is in tune with typical XFCE RAM usage. 79 tasks are running, 190 threads. Load time average is given, uptime is shown here. So the snapshot utility took less than 5 or 10 minutes to complete creating the ISO. It's a very fast ISO creation. So we should give credit to the developers to create such a nice ISO snapshot utility. Some other Linux distributions also have this snapshot utility, but this is one of the fastest I have seen. Of course, we have to take in consideration that this is a default desktop and not many applications are there. But if you have got a long list of applications, and then definitely it is going to take time, or if you do the configs and do some settings such that the creation will require more time, then definitely the creation of the ISO will require more time, because of the settings or the choices you have done in the configs. So everything also depends on not just the this ISO snapshot tool, but also on the user configs. We just check once again if anything is pending. Yes, so everything is typical, default, all nothing extraordinary or out of the way is there. So with this, I will stop the video here, and in the next video, we'll check out the other ISOs of Debian and the different desktops of Debian in the coming videos. So see you in the next video. Bye bye.